Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Happy Sunday everyone. It is such a cloudy and dark day here in LA. It's super rainy and I decided to do a very calm video inside the apartment showing you guys a few of the updates that I've done since maybe the last time that you fully saw the apartment. It was when I did my apartment tour. That was about, I want to say 5-6 months ago, I believe. And I've done a couple of changes. You know, I feel like my spaces are always evolving and I'm switching things up. I'm always designing things in my head and I love testing things out inside my apartment. So I thought I would share a little bit of that with you guys, show you around, see what has changed, and we'll go from there. One of the first and biggest changes I want to share with you guys is actually this big painting that I have here behind me. If you remember from my apartment tour, or maybe you saw it in the background of a couple of my previous videos, this used to be a black and white painting. It was a DIY that I made actually, and it had a lot of texture that I had done, but it was just a black and white big canvas to fill out the space. It's a big blank wall and I felt like this huge canvas really filled it in, but I wanted to switch it up and make it a little bit more moody, add a lot more visual interest and texture into the space. So as you can see, I added all the browns and the greens and the reds, hints of reds, the blacks, the darks, and I feel like this represents my style a lot better than the previous canvas that I had here. I felt like the previous canvas felt a little bit trendy and this just represents my current style a lot more. I feel like it looks more mature, more moody. It ties in with the space overall much better, and I feel like it connects the dining room and the living room more cohesively. It is a big space and the walls are very white and there's a lot of lighter furniture and touches around the apartment, so I really wanted to incorporate something that was more moody and a little bit darker into the space, and I feel like this painting was the perfect way to go. I love the incorporation of these darker tones, and yeah, I just love it, and it's one of the first things that I wanted to share with you guys. Another big change that I made to this space was actually this console table area. If you guys remember from my apartment tour, I used to have a horizontal mirror. It was very small, it was a DIY, and I really didn't like the way when you looked at yourself in the mirror, it was very cut up. It had way too many lines, it was too busy, I felt like, and I wanted something that was more grand, felt bigger in the space, really amplified the space. And I found this mirror at a thrift store. I'm not sure where it was, I believe it was in Burbank, but I found this big mirror on a thrift store. It was $25, so it was really affordable for the size especially. It was in perfect condition. It had a vintage inspired frame which fits perfectly with my aesthetic and I felt like would bring such a beautiful contrast to the room. And I put it against the wall, rested it against the wall, and put it on top of the console instead of hanging it on the wall. And I decided to put it vertically instead of in a horizontal position. I felt like when it amplifies the room that much more that way, it just makes it look more grand again. Then I added 2 ottomans at the bottom of the console table. These are from the Threshold Designed with Studio McGee collection. I love these 2 ottomans. They have the slip cover and the lines. It added a beautiful new fabric and texture into the space. I snatched them up real quick because I believe they were 50% off online when I got them, so it was a great deal. Then you might be able to tell I changed the lamp on the console. I added this beautiful green glazed lamp with a linen lampshade. This is from the Threshold Designed with Studio McGee collection. I believe it was a fall 2023 collection, and I love this lamp. I feel like it's very country club, very Ralph Lauren aesthetic. It's this beautiful dark green glaze on the base, and I love the way that it goes with the console and with the new mirror. You might also be able to tell the stone tray that I got at Olive Atelier resting in the center of the console table. All in all, I'm very happy with the way that the styling of this console table and this area of the apartment came out. And this was actually a very recent change. I believe I did this about 2 weeks ago. So I love the way that it turned out. And you know, again, the spaces are ever changing, evolving. So I might add a couple things on the other side. It feels a little bit empty on that side, I think, but we'll see. I'm on the hunt. I'm searching for what the right piece could be. This was another big change in my space. my more recent changes to the apartment, something very small but I think has a huge impact, is the lamp right behind me. I love this lamp, you guys. I found it at Home Goods. It was originally, I believe, $200, and I actually got it. It was on sale for $60. It is a huge lamp. It brings such a beautiful scale into the living room, and I love the texture. It's a very vintage inspired base, kind of like these designer lamps that you see online all the time, and I loved the look of it and the scale and the way that it looks on the side table that I have. It was a great addition to the living room. But in the living room, there's been a lot of little changes, adding throw blankets for texture, adding warmth, changing maybe some of the plants, some of the vases, and styling things up maybe a little bit differently, just to add an extra layer of coziness into the apartment. I want to quickly mention artwork in my apartment. If you guys have been following me for a while, then you know that every single painting that's in my apartment, I actually hand painted myself. And I love sitting down and sketching and painting and creating new things to add new art to the apartment. One of my latest additions that I haven't shared with you guys is this painting that I did. It is a recreation from a painting that a friend of mine actually saw at a museum here in Los Angeles. I will share the original painting with you, the information right now on the screen. I'm so sorry, I can't quite remember the name of it or the original artist, but I was really inspired because when my friends saw the painting, they sent it to me because they were reminded of Fry and I. So I decided to recreate it for my bathroom, actually. So I have this hung on my bathroom. It's supposed to be me and Fry, and I just love the way that it turned out. It's a really good scale for the bathroom. I got this vintage inspired frame, I believe from Marshall's, for $15, and I just painted over the original canvas that was in here. It was a print, and it was a super quick and simple DIY, and I just love the way that it turned out, and it means so much to me. You guys know how much I love Fry, and I think it's such a cool addition to the bathroom. Lastly, one thing that I want to talk about is coffee table books. You guys know how much I love coffee table books and I love styling them around the apartment. And I actually got a few new ones in the last couple of months, and I wanted to share them with you guys real quick. One of the first ones I want to talk about is Call It Home, The Details That Matter by Amber Lewis. This is such a beautiful book, you guys. She has some of the most beautiful interiors, and I love flipping through it, and this is such a cool addition to the collection. The Art of Home by Shay McGee. This was one of my most anticipated releases from last year, and I am so happy I was able to get my hands on it the day it came out. I love Shay McGee. Her design style is so beautiful, and I'm so inspired by her. And this book is actually so incredible because not only does it have so many incredible images of her interiors, but towards the end of the book, there's a super cool section with guides and tips and tricks and just a lot of lessons to be learned about design and how to design your own interiors. And it's very helpful if you guys are working on your own space. I really recommend it if you haven't gotten your hands on this one yet to go ahead and do so because it is such an incredible book. Next, I have Redefining Comfort by Jake Arnold. Jake Arnold is one of my all-time favorite designers, and this book is incredible. It's so beautiful, such a great book to flip through. I actually went to the Redefining Comfort event with Jake Arnold here in Los Angeles. It was such a cool experience. Got to hear him talk about his career and how he made the book, and it was such a cool experience to meet him. I actually got the book signed and dedicated real quick up there, and it was such a cool experience, and I love this book. The homes that he has inside this coffee table book are incredible. One of my favorite projects is actually, I believe, the last one on the book. It's so cool. The last coffee table book that I got, you guys, was actually a Christmas gift from my sister, and this is the AD at 100, A Century of Style. coffee table book from Architectural Digest. You guys, I love Architectural Digest. I am subscribed to the magazine. I get it every single month. I love flipping through it and reading the new articles. I love watching their AD home tours online and reading all the articles that they have on their website. You guys know how much I probably love AD because I actually did my apartment tour based on the AD style. And this was such a thoughtful and amazing gift from my sister. I love it. It's actually so heavy and it's huge. A lot of you guys probably have it in your collection because this is such a staple and a classic, and I've always wanted to have it. So it was such a cool gift to receive from my sister Lara. I just loved flipping through it. I scanned every single page the day that I got it, and it's such a cool book. And you guys, I have all of these coffee table books styled around my apartment in different areas, and they bring such beautiful visual interest, and there's something that guests or anyone that comes over to your space can flip through and look through, and I think they add such cool interest to your space. And of course, you guys, Fry with his daily appearance on my vlogs. But yes, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you like this format of video, and let me know if you also like how I've been releasing videos. I want to do more personal, maybe vlogs once a week on Thursdays or during the week, and then do a more curated interior design or design in general video for Sundays. So if that's what you're more into, then definitely stick around for Sundays. And if you want to see a little bit more behind the scenes in my personal life, then you can check out my videos during the week. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.